Welcome to Past Paradise, where nostalgia meets jaw-dropping reality. Today we're diving into the most unbelievable celebrity transformations that'll leave you stunned. From Hollywood legends like Al Pacino and Bo Derek to Bollywood icons like Vivek Oberoi and Dina Morea. These stars have taken paths you never saw coming. Some vanished from the spotlight only to reappear with billion-dollar empires. Think luxury real estate in Dubai and global brand endorsements. Others embraced radical reinventions, trading fame for peace or swapping signature styles for looks that defy recognition. Whether it's plastic surgery, age, illness, or simply a new chapter, these actors are living proof that time doesn't just change faces, it rewrites legacies. So, buckle up, because what you're about to see isn't just a glow-up or a fall from grace, it's a complete metamorphosis. Let's uncover the stories behind the faces you thought you knew. Number 1. Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay was born on the 26th of August, 1980, New York. Macaulay, who was just 10 years old when he played Kevin McAllister in the film Home Alone in 1990, became a successful actor all over the world. The film crossed over $470 million worldwide. After the release of Home Alone 2, Macaulay became one of the kid actors who earned the most money. When Macaulay disappeared from the public eye in the 1990s, his followers were left wondering, where did he go? As it turns out, Macaulay took a vacation from Hollywood owing to the pressure that he was under from celebrity, the scrutiny of the media, the problems with his family. Regarding his wealth, his parents engaged in a difficult custody struggle as well as a financial dispute. Macaulay made his return to Hollywood in 2003 when he appeared in the film Party Monster, in which he played a more challenging and independent part about Michael Alec, a club kid killer. Additionally, Macaulay made an appearance in the film Saved in 2004, where he displayed his spectrum of humorous eccentricity. His movies received a variety of reviews and did not fare well commercially. During the year 2004, Macaulay was taken into custody for possessing drugs. There was a great deal of speculation over Macaulay's weight loss, as well as some speculation regarding the use of medicines. At a later time, Macaulay was released after his addiction was disproved. In 2014, Macaulay established a band called the Pizza Underground, which featured parodies with songs centered around pizza. He rose to prominence and caused widespread bewilderment. Later on, Macaulay took a break from major acting roles, concentrating instead on independent films and material for the internet. He eventually made his way back to Hollywood in the 2020s. The blonde baby-faced child that you previously knew has now grown into a guy with a calm sense of style, a bit of facial hair, and obvious dad vibes. Because of this, it's possible that you won't recognize him at first glance. The Macaulay Culkin of today is nearly unrecognizable from the youngster who used to slap his cheeks and scream on a regular basis. However, he continues to be a prominent figure in popular culture. Number 2. Haley Joel Osment. Haley Joel was born in Los Angeles on April 10, 1988. When he played the role of Cole Sear, the young child who sees dead people in the 1999 film The Sixth Sense, Haley was only 11 years old at the time. It was a huge success as the movie grossed over $672 million all over the world. Following his performance in Pay It Forward in 2000, Haley established himself as one of the most renowned child actors of his era. When he reached puberty in 2002, he began to lose his charm. As he grew older, outgrown from a child, his roles began to dry up. Since the beginning, he's been providing the voice for Sora for the Kingdom Hearts video game series. This job has brought him a significant amount of support over the years. Later, he made his debut on stage as an adult actor in the 2008 production of American Buffalo, which was his first work. After being involved in an automobile accident in 2006, he was taken into custody for driving under the influence of alcohol and possessing drugs. Haley was given a sentence that included community service, probation, and rehabilitation, which contributed to a temporary damage to his reputation as the perfect child actor. After taking a break for a while, Haley eventually returned to the Hollywood industry and made an appearance in the film Me, Him, Her in 2015. In independent comedies and horror films, Haley was a fan of characters that were eccentric and bizarre. where he gave the impression of having a more robust physique and facial hair. The year 2015 marked Haley's return to the world of comedy and television, where he frequently used self-aware humor to poke fun at his previous career as a child actor. He went from being a toddler with a cherub-like face and a serious demeanor to a bearded adult with a comic flair. As a result of this dramatic change in appearance, you might not recognize him anymore. Despite the fact that Haley is no longer a well-known name, it's accorded a great deal of respect in the film and nerd communities. Number 3. Amanda Bynes. Amanda was born on April 3, 1986 in Thousand Oaks. Amanda joined the popular sketch comedy The Amanda Show from 1999 to 2002 at the age of 10. Amanda received her own spin-off show at just 13, where she featured iconic sketches like Judy Trudy and Moody's Point. Amanda was cemented as one of the top young comedic talents of the era. In 2002, Amanda transitioned into a movie star, where she appeared in the film Big Fat Liar with Frankie Munes. It was a major box office hit. Amanda also appeared in the film Hairspray in 2007. It was a college comedy loosely based on Snow White. She was also starring in the TV series What I Like About You from 2002 to 2006 with Jenny Garth. In 2010, Amanda did an early retirement announcement where she tweeted that she was retiring from acting. The public was shocked as she was only 24 at that time and at the height of her career. She appeared in Easy A in 2010. That was the last major film she appeared in. After that, Amanda disappeared from the industry entirely. In 2012, Amanda went through a mental health crisis where there was a series of bizarre tweets and public appearances that led to concern. Amanda changed her appearance drastically, and later paparazzi photos shocked fans who remembered her squeaky clean teen image. She was later arrested for DUI, hit-and-run charges, and drug possession. Amanda publicly confirmed to be diagnosed with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. In 2015, there was a quick recovery where she also announced intentions to return to Hollywood in 2022. After nearly a decade, her conservatorship was legally terminated, and she's stayed almost completely out of public sight ever since. You might not recognize her now due to a major change in bright eyes, blonde hair, and Hollywood glam, which are gone. Now she often appears with black hair and tattoos on her face. Once the face of early 2000s comedy, now a symbol of how fame and mental illness can collide. Number 4. Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay was born on the 2nd of July, 1986 in New York. She was hailed for her maturity and comedic timing in the film The Parent Trap in 1998, in which she played the twins Annie and Haley. Lindsay became an instant star in the film. When she was only 11 years old, she became a household name almost immediately. Mean Girls in 2004 was a big success both critically and commercially. It solidified Lindsay's position as a cultural figure and icon of the youth, during which she delivered legendary remarks and a performance that went on to become a prominent part of popular culture. Her media obsession with her personal life began to eclipse her profession, and she found herself making frequent appearances with celebrities such as Paris Hilton and Britney Spears. 2007 was the year that she had her first DUI, which was followed by a number of legal troubles and violations of her probation, moving in and out of rehabilitation centers. It was in the film Georgia Rule in 2007 that she attempted to make a return, but the picture was a failure. Her reputation as unreliable and difficult to ensure that was referenced by both directors and studios. By the year 2010, she had become more well-known for her courtroom appearances than acting, and she'd missed a number of opportunities due to personal and legal troubles. Later, she relocated to London and Dubai after leaving Hollywood. The Lohan Beach House Clubs was established in Greece. In 2018, she cleared her Twitter account of wild posts and prioritized her own self-care and privacy. 2 film deals were struck by Lindsay with Netflix, and she also starred in Falling for Christmas in 2022, which was her first main part in years. The film was successful and marked a delightful return for Lindsay. Fans lauded her performance and her comeback to the scene. This was the reason why you won't recognize her, because she's no longer the teenager with the red hair and freckles. It's one of the most significant glow-ups in the history of celebrities. Number 5. Frankie Munes. Frankie was born on December 5, 1985 in Woodridge. He starred in the show Malcolm in the Middle from 2000 to 2006, where he played the title role of Malcolm, a gifted teen in a dysfunctional family. The film was a huge success for Fox Broadcasting and critically acclaimed, highly rated, and a cultural touchstone. Frankie earned an Emmy nomination and 2 Golden Globe noms before the age of 16. He was one of the most recognized child actors of the early 2000s. The film Agent Cody Banks in 2003 and its sequel in 2004 established him as a teen action star. At just 20 years old, after Malcolm in the Middle ended, Munes stepped back from acting and said he wanted to live a normal life and try other passions. Frankie later switched to becoming a professional race car driver and competed in Formula BMW, Champ Car Atlantic Series, and other pro circuits. Frankie's acting roles slowed, and fans wondered where he'd gone. He had a few small TV appearances, but nothing close to his early fame. In 2012, Frankie reported suffering multiple mini-strokes, or TIAs, in his late 20s. Frankie claimed in interviews that he suffers from memory loss and doesn't remember much of his Malcolm years. Later clarified that this was overstated, but memory issues still remain part of his story. In 2017, he competed in season 25, finishing in 3rd place. Frankie surprised fans with his physical and emotional maturity. Many viewers didn't recognize him at first due to how differently he looked. Why you won't recognize him now is he's no longer the baby-faced genius from Malcolm. He's a muscular, tattooed, short-haired racer and father. From Emmy-nominated actor to professional driver and businessman. His Hollywood fame feels like a past life which he barely remembers. Number 6. Brendan Fraser. Brendan was born on December 3, 1968 in Indianapolis, Indiana. During his time in the film industry, Brendan participated in the Mummy franchise, which went on to become a huge success, grossing more than $400 million worldwide. In his role as Rick O'Connell, Brendan successfully combined humor and the swagger of an action hero. It was Brendan who solidified his position as a leading man in blockbuster films. Additionally, he was a part of highly lauded performances such as Looney Tunes Back in Action in 2003, and he continued to appear in Mummy sequels, which kept him in the spotlight of the mainstream. Fraser performed the majority of his own stunts, which resulted in catastrophic injuries and many surgeries, including replacements of his knee, vocal cords, and a portion of his back. The performances of his ventures such as Furry Vengeance in 2010 and Inkheart in 2008 were not satisfactory. Fans started to notice his departure in 2016, and they wrote posts that went viral to express their sorrow over his absence from the Hollywood field. Those who were fans of him started calling for his return and honoring his humanity. In the television series Doom Patrol from 2019 to 2023, Brendan played the character of Cliff Steele, which brought him back to the attention of fans of the genre. At the 2023 Academy Awards, Brendan was awarded the title of Best Actor, included in a number of forthcoming dramatic and action films starring. He was finally given the roles that Hollywood had been denying him for a long time. This is the reason you won't recognize him at first glimpse, because he's no longer the sculpted, shirtless warrior that George of the Jungle described. In addition to having graying hair, a broader frame, and a more muted appearance, Brendan has progressed in age. Having gone from being a movie idol to being almost forgotten, Brendan eventually became an Oscar winner and a symbol of persistence. Fans are rallying around him, not only because of how far he fell, but also because of what he has triumphed over. Number 7. Robert Redford. Robert Redford was born on August 18, 1936 in Santa Monica, California. In the film Barefoot in the Park in 1967, in which he starred opposite Jane Fonda, he played the role of a character who was charming, smart, and effortlessly endearing. It was the picture Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which released in 1969 and starred Paul Newman, that established Robert Redford as a significant figure in the world of Hollywood. Robert was the one who delivered the performance of the infamous criminal known as the Sundance Kid. The Sting in 1973, which featured Newman once again, was a great financial triumph at the box office. As a result of this, Robert was considered for an Academy Award nomination in the category of Best Actor. Robert went on to win the Academy Award for Best Director, as well as the award for Best Picture for his performance in the film Ordinary People in 1980, which was his debut directing effort. Redford's performance in the film earned him both awards. All of this made it very evident that he was more than just a handsome face. He was also a genuine creative genius. In 1985, Robert was the one who initiated the Sundance Film Festival, which was specifically designed to provide a platform for independent filmmakers to exhibit their various works. The festival, known as Sundance, has become the most prestigious event for independent filmmaking in the United States. Alexander Pierce, a villain, is the character that Robert portrays in the film Captain America: The Winter Soldier. His performance was so impressive that it took the younger audience members who were not familiar with the famous actor by surprise. In the film The Old Man and the Gun in 2018, in which he played a charming old criminal and said that it would be his last performing role, he delivered a lyrical send-off after leaving the role. He was a character in the film. In 2019, he decided to retire and stepped down from his role, despite the fact that he made a brief cameo appearance in the film Avengers: Endgame. Formerly famed for his youthful good looks, Redford now has a weathered aspect that's almost cowboy-like. This is a significant change from his youthful appearance. It's said that he has a leathery skin, white hair, and a kind manner of speech. Due to this particular cause, you'll no longer be able to recognize him. Number 8. Russell Crowe. Russell was born April 7, 1964, in Wellington. Russell appeared in the film Critics Take Notice, LA Confidential, in 1997, where he played a tough cop, Bud White, in this neo-noir classic, and earned widespread critical acclaim and launched his Hollywood ascent. In the film Stardom Sealed: The Insider in 1999, Russell played whistleblower Jeffrey Wigand opposite Al Pacino and received his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. In global icon Gladiator in 2000, Russell played as Maximus, a Roman general turned slave and fighter. This film became a major box office hit and cultural phenomenon, and Russell also won the Academy Award for Best Actor in 2001. His status was cemented as a top-tier leading man. In 2005, he gained a reputation for being temperamental and volatile. He was arrested in New York for throwing a phone at a hotel employee in the same year. Multiple reports of aggressive behavior on set and in public. Once a respected actor, he became fodder for tabloids. Studios became hesitant to cast him in prestigious projects. Russell appeared in Ridley Scott collaborations like American Gangster in 2007 and Body of Lies in 2008, where he delivered solid performances, but the shine of earlier years had faded. Some fans joked what happened to Gladiator. Others appreciated his transformation into more grounded, less Hollywood-centric actor. Russell turned down roles that would have kept him in the blockbuster circuit and focused on passion projects and producing. He played Zeus in Thor: Love and Thunder. Fans were surprised by his dramatic transformation. He prefers artistic or offbeat projects over mainstream blockbusters. Why you won't recognize him now? Because he gained significant weight and aged out of his action hero image. Now he appears as a grizzled, bearded, and often unkempt character actor. Number 9. John Travolta. John was born February 18, 1954, in Inglewood, California. The film Saturday Night Fever in 1977, in which John played the role of Tony Manero, went on to become a cultural phenomenon. John's performance in the film was noteworthy. At the tender age of 24, John received a nomination for an Academy Award. Together with Olivia Newton-John, he played the role of Danny Zuko in the legendary musical Grease, which was released in 1978. He was one of the musical pictures that amassed the highest grossing totals of all time. John ended up becoming an enduring symbol in popular culture. Two of a Kind in 1983 and Perfect in 1985 were two examples of films that were failures, both critically and commercially. There were important roles that John declined, such as American Gigolo and An Officer and a Gentleman, both of which may have helped him maintain his star power. It was an unexpected smash, but it was not enough to put him back to the list status. One of his small successes was the film Look Who's Talking in 1989. Sequels assisted in maintaining his prominence, but they didn't bring him back to his previous stature. Pulp Fiction in 1994, in which he was cast by Quentin Tarantino as the high-minded Vincent Vega, is considered to be one of his most famous comebacks. As a result of his remarkable recovery, he was nominated for an Academy Award in the category of Best Actor. A fresh wave of popularity was sparked as a result of his revitalized image of being cool and unpredictable. Over the course of the 1990s, John rose to prominence as one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. The seizure that took the life of Jet Travolta, who was 16 years old and on vacation in the Bahamas, was the cause of his death. Both John Travolta and his wife, Kelly Preston, were profoundly impacted by the tragedy. The majority of his time was spent away from the public eye as he took a vacation from acting. During his time as a matinee idol, John underwent a remarkable physical makeover in which he gained weight, shaved his head, and appeared to be very different from his previous appearance. One of the most common responses from the public was, "That's John Travolta?" His wife lost her battle with cancer in the year 2020, following a quiet battle with the disease. As John focused on being a father and grieving, he once again withdrew from the Hollywood scene. He's lost his hair, gained weight, and become more reserved, which is the reason why you won't recognize him. Number 10. Renee Zellweger. Renee was born April 25, 1969 in Katy, Texas. As Dorothy Boyd, Renee played the role alongside Tom Cruise in the film. Renee stated that "you had me at hello." She was noted for her eccentric warmth and expressive face, and she became a household name overnight. She was nominated for a Golden Globe for her performance in the films One True Thing in 1999 and Nurse Betty in 2000, both of which she starred in. Renee was able to expertly combine lighter comedic roles with more serious ones. Bridget Jones' Diary, which was released in 2001, included her gaining more than 20 pounds and adopting a British accent. Although her critics were suspicious, viewers adored her because of these changes. As the Best Actress, Renee was nominated for an Academy Award. She became a worldwide phenomenon as a result of the part, which also highlighted her transformative acting. The musical Chicago in 2002 featured her as Roxy Hart, and she also received training in dance and voice for the production. Best Picture was awarded to the film, and Zellweger received her second nomination for an Academy Award. After 2010, she declined to take a hiatus from performing for a period of 6 years and instead live a tranquil life, concentrating on her mental health, relationships, and self-care. Fans were left wondering, where did Renee go? Because she stopped making public appearances and avoiding red carpets. During the year 2014 Elle event, her strikingly distinctive appearance garnered her a lot of attention in the media. The suspicion that plastic surgery was a viable option exploded in the media. Several people remarked that she was unrecognizable and referred to her previous appearance. "Not that it's anyone's business, but I did not make a decision to alter my face," Renee wrote in a passionate message that was published in the Huffington Post in 2016. Renee was one of the most successful comeback stories in contemporary Hollywood, and she was awarded an Academy Award for Best Actress in the year 2020. The reason why you won't know her now is because her appearance is so drastically different from that of the classic Renee. This might be the result of natural changes, cosmetic treatments, or even just the effects of aging. Her appearance, which is once characterized by her squinty eyes, round face, and distinctive smirk, has evolved into one that's more angular and sleek. Number 11. Julia Nixon. Julia's early acting credits included guest roles on Magnum P.I. around 1982 to 1983. She gained international recognition cast opposite Sylvester Stallone as Agent Kobau in Rambo First Blood Part 3 in 1985. Julia took on prominent roles such as in miniseries like Noble House and Around the World in 80 Days alongside Pierce Brosnan, and high-profile TV performances on Star Trek, The Next Generation, Babylon 5, and more. Julia appeared in Sidekicks in 1992 with Chuck Norris, adventure films like China Cry in 92, and Double Dragon in 1994. She also played as Dr. Susan Lee in Walker, Texas Ranger in the mid-90s, and guest starred in many notable series including Sequest 2032. Into the 2000s, Nixon appeared in indie films such as Ethan Mao in 2004 and Half-Life in 2008. She married actor David Soul in 1987. They also had a daughter, China Soul, and divorced in 1993. Julia joined the Church of Scientology in 1996. It was a decision that she credited with improvements to her health. In March 2025, she officially retired from acting, stating, Working over 40 years in the U.S. has been an extraordinary journey with many ups and downs. In August 2025, Julia was spotted running errands in Los Angeles, dressed entirely in black and wearing a cap, which was prompting headlines about her being unrecognizable. She's now 66 and leads a quieter life. Number 12. Alec Baldwin. Alec's early career started on soap operas, The Doctors in 1980, and Broadway. In the 1980s, Alec became a rising Hollywood heartthrob in films like Beetlejuice in 1988 and The Hunt for Red October in 1990, where his appearance was rugged jawline, slick back hair, piercing blue eyes. He had the classic leading man look of the late 80s. In 1993, he starred in hits like Malice and The Juror in 1996, where he maintained a classic look, though his roles began shifting toward more intense or dramatic characters. In the 2000s, Alec transitioned from dramatic roles to comedy, breakout in 30 Rock 2006 to 2013 as Jack. He hosted SNL multiple times and became known for celebrity impressions. Alec gained weight over the years and moved toward a more distinguished older man look with gray hair and a fuller build. He played Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live during the Trump presidency and involved in various public spats and altercations with paparazzi and reporters. He often unkempt in public, graying hair, heavier frame. Fans and media started commenting that he was becoming harder to recognize in October 2021. The Rust shooting incident occurred, where a prop gun Baldwin was handling discharged and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Alec became the focus of massive legal, ethic, and public debates. His appearance during court and media events were visibly aged, emotional, often disheveled. Stress and trauma appeared to take a toll physically and emotionally. In 2025, he's kept a lower profile in the wake of Rust legal battles and appears in the media mainly in relation to court updates or social media posts. His current appearance includes gray hair, often photographed in casual clothes or stressed expressions, not the sleek, confident actor many remember from the 90s or the 30 Rock era. Thanks for watching Past Paradise, where Hollywood legends come home. If you enjoyed today's look into You Won't Recognize These Actors Anymore, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Got a star or story you want next? Drop it in the comments. Until then, keep the nostalgia alive, only on Past Paradise.